There is relax this. It will take about an hour program. Report number 2. Very good. Sir, line पे बिठा था। You behind.
Some numbers. छोड़ दिया दो चैम्बर वो भी कर रहा है सर फॉरवर्ड चलता है word charm attached. Please connect with manager. Much more premium is
जल्दी बना दिया इसकी वो बनाई इसकी मेरे को 10 नंबर 10 नंबर
Morning, everyone. Due to permission of commencement. Hon'ble President, Hon'ble President, sir, Hon'ble Presidents across all the zones, my esteemed member, learned Union Law Secretary Dr. Rajiv G.S. Uh, 1 hour. Department across the country, beloved family of Mr. Pannu, and gentlemen. Of solemnity and reverence, illustrious career and epoch of Shri G.S, indomitable member whose unwavering dedication for years has left an indelible institution. Mr. Pannu's judicial excellence and his unparalleled administrative virtuosity. His bar across the country at various institutions embark upon 24 years in this travel. Now I request Honorable President
President Shri members, Dr. Raju, Shri Pandey, chartered accountants, and ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to all. Today we have 24 after service of almost University Patiala in 1982, where he stood in the first order of merit in the university. He started his practice in New Delhi in 1986. Active part in the activities of the Northern India Regional Council of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and was also its chairman for some time. In September 2000, he responded to the call of duty at ITAT and worked at Bangalore, Chandigarh, Pune, Mumbai, and New Delhi. And officiated as president ITAT from September 2000. Significant contribution to judicial side. Several landmarks having significant to name it CC and Pune benches. Chargeability of the license resident company. It was held that the license rights in copyrighted software business income which would not India has enjoyed. of tea carried out by in the context of deduction under section 80IA and 80IB of income tax or production opposite sections of Serum Institute of India changes the issue was about the tax is required to be deducted in the context of double taxation. He held TDS on payment made to AA of the Act. We go to insist on Shri G.S. the case. He had created a charge on the mortgage case. Not claim reduction of principal amount of loan either under section or by invoking the principles of diversion of income by overriding that. In the case of that the said company could be to the benefit of India, Cyprus, and its interest income earned from comparative companies. Overrate, notwithstanding, and the GS in the administration, one of the computerization and communication technology, as well as the administrative in digitalizing is in consonance of the government of India, of the Article Supreme Court. Computer committee, the official website. Or recently, the contribution for successful such as hybrid stakeholders. Chairman of the monitoring committee devices. The committee had no efforts to ensure state-of-the-art devices of the happy materialized during his tenure. I'm sure that it would. I have president of the 2023 administrative. He came as a great help in ensuring that there is a smooth transition and continuity with the matter and working issues. My personal experience and understanding of the issues faced and with solutions to the same. All I recently learned about obtaining a law degree. The qualification both in law interactions he informed me to refer to remote and would also plans if he could not undertake possibilities. Although allowed him a brief sabbatical, trust it's always carry mixed feelings. And in the third innings, find more time to devote to. I take into him his prosperity, happiness, and fulfillment.
Transcendental in changing this tribunal into digital tribunal. So now I request Mr. A. Shankar from Bangalore Association.
As a student, service restoration very instrumental in my growth curricular in the field of taxation. He had extraordinary affection for Pannu and probably not a single thing between them. My respects to him. Pannu started his career in Bangalore. And he never I was one of the appeared before him in the first week of the street. A man who came from Indus River. That's precisely what we used to tell him. He came from the land of Indus River, smart person. With a lot of patience, then he knew when to say stop. As a person, he had all the essential characteristics which are required to be a member. The church was willing to do that. In fact, to ask right questions. And above all, character as a member of the judicial system. To the three C's, which is very essential, an embodiment of extraordinary sense of it. Wonderful is all in the judicial and clarity in thought. These three made my dear friend for a very long time. So I only and when the Bal and said there's going to be, I'm very sure I want to be there. And Balganesh sir has told me I should not use Shakespeare. Two things. I know my walk, I know my taxation, I know my poetry. I read poetry every morning. This morning I read a few interesting words, which probably is very apt for today's function. In Julius Caesar, Brutus said, disprove what others say, but here am I to speak what I do know. We all loved him once, not without cause. Cause withholds us. I modify it little and say, I speak not disprove what people are going to say in future because I'm the first. What cause withholds all of us? We all loved him, not without cause. What cause withholds us to give him a standing ovation? I'm very sorry. I recall a very interesting, very poetry. An anonymous poet, very long back in my childhood. And again, very apt for his nature of taking care of how the next generation should be. The poem reads as follows. It will be very apt on this occasion. Thy name is noble, sir. Ever pure to make all the youngsters cure. Thy of temper to see the youngsters.
Now I request
Respected dignitaries of tax, honorable members of the tribunal, members of the Bar Chartered Accountants Association, tax department. It's very difficult to talk after Shankar. He takes the responsibility to hear after he speaks. Value. And he also regarded a competent fraternity. Incidentally, Shankar and myself, and I've appeared and at the pressure of see on this. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no doubt of that being the vice president and also the appreciation. I mean, I've been party to some amicable without lowering the dignity of and nobody knew that the problem such very critical issues and you still don't see a wrinkle on his face. So the approach is one of like Shankar said, use your conscience, clarity of thought. What needs to be done? Sir, the time is short. We all know that you have also joined, you are now working a lot in now third innings to rejoin us. and it is to see that you pay and I on behalf of the Income Tax Association at Bangalore request you to follow us and the
The salt and pepper is smarter than what he was in 2000. A request from Chandigarh ITT, T.N. Singla.
Justice Shri G.S. Pannu, Vice members of ITAT, officers of income and party, members of the Hon'ble Vice born in Hoshiarpur and from those so it's actually backward area and completed his study in University Patiala in the university. On 14, he was appointed as a accountant. In Dixon, that why they gave him name as G, which means Guru se Bar- I know Mr. Member of ITAT, elected as executive member of then elected. He the same and it was he has all the qualities of a good leader coupled with action. These qualities of Pannuji are well known to representatives, members of bar and other staff of ITAT. His tenure as accountant during his about 24 years, posted at Pune and Bombay benches. He was promoted as Vice President of ITAT on 5th September 2021 till in Chandigarh. He had a very long stint of about 4.5 years, from 2006 to 2010. He has always been acknowledged for being present, right, and an upfront officer. He was outstanding and hardworking president and president of ITAT, known for and nobody could ever question his honesty and integrity. Orders on various posting at Chandigarh, he rendered all possible assistance that from him on hearts of all members. The pendency in Chandigarh was level, in spite of the fact that only one bench was functioning at Chandigarh. This has resulted into deep admiration of always remember his smiling face and politeness. Third, the discipline maintained on and off the bench. We wish Shri Pannu ji happy and healthy after retirement, even after his retirement. Sir, we will definitely miss you deeply at bench. Otherwise, we would keep meeting you as usual and get benefit from your expertise in direct taxes. Sir, I would like to quote
I request Mr. Ashwini Council.
आदरणीय न्यायमूर्ति सर, श्री अध्यक्ष महोदय, सदस्यगण, आयकर विभाग के सभी मेरे यहाँ मोड़ से सभी गणमान्य है कि मुझे इस विशेष सभा को अवसर प्रदान हुआ है। आज हम सभागृह में एकत्रित हुए हैं, बहुत ही और चिता से बहुत सी विशेषता और उपलब्धि और 2 दिन पहले जो था उस हमारे साथियों ने, इतना ही कहूंगा कि का रूम में बहुत कर देना बहुत ही सरलता से आपके स्वभाव जो भी पेश होता था, यंगस्टर बिल्कुल कोर्ट रूम से बाहर कभी शिकन नहीं, छोटी सी मुस्कुराहट कई के साथ करते थे। इनका एक प्रत्यक्ष प्रमाण आग्रह है जो कंप्यूटराइज भी कर सकते हैं, पर्टिकुलर स्थानों के लिए ये बहुत बड़ी एक उपलब्धि है। वकील हमारे लिए बहुत कठिन काम, इसमें बैठे ई फाइल कर सकते हैं, बैठे किसी भी देश केस रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं। मुझे पूर्ण विश्वास उसे आने वाला लोग कभी भी सेवा, क्योंकि मेरा ऐसा विश्वास और योग्यता आप में विराजमान, लाभ और उपयोग पाने बहुत हम सब वाले समय में एक खुशियों से भरपूर दीर्घायु प्रदान करें। आपका स्नेह और दर्शन हमेशा हमारे दो पंक्तियां सर। खूबसूरत सी हमारी इबादत है रब से, आपको आपको खुशियों का नहीं, खुशियों को
Okay. Bar Association, Mr. At 80 bar.
Honorable Justice, Mr. ITAT, distinguished guests of Honorable Presidents and members of ITAT, Honorable Representative from the Department, always good afternoon. Today, a distinguished jurist and true gentleman, Honorable Vice President Shri G.S. Pannu. Our association with Justice Pannu spans several years, marked by his exceptional tenure at the Pune ITAT. His instrumental role in shifting the ITAT office to a new state-of-the-art building is a testament to his vision for both the bench and the bar. Mr. Pannu's orders were not just legal documents, they were a masterpiece of clarity, balance, and meticulous reasoning. His ability to dissect complex issues and arrive at just decisions earned from the legal fraternity. It was we, as a fraternity of chartered accountants, are very proud of your presence in ITAT. You have been a role model for many. Beyond the bench, Justice Pannu was a warm and approachable individual, always ready to lend an ear and offer guidance. His sense of humor. A new chapter. The Bar Association expresses our heartfelt gratitude for his invaluable contributions on us and giving us confidence and courage. Long, healthy, and fulfilling retirement. May the years ahead be filled with joy, peace, and prosperity. Thank you very much, sir.
I request Mr. Nilesh Khandelwal, who is the Vice Pune Bar Association.
Justice Madam Sir, G.S. Madam Sir, all the dignitaries on the dais, of the dais, the departmental representatives, the chief commissioners, commissioners, my fellow chartered accountants and friends. When we were informed that we have an opportunity and be part of this gathering, we were wondering how many of us will be able to speak. And fortunately, allowed, and I got to express thoughts. Somebody this that Mr. Pannu, how would you look at his son, Devraj? Smart Devraj looks today. You're working, whatever you prepare. I said, I thoughts together. How lot of instances that our bar association, we have, the office that we have, first that were taken to meet that. And if somebody tells a good advocate is made by good, like a just speak about lawyer makes a good advocate. And I'm thankful to you. Sir, orders that he made, how he did things. You know, from all the actions, all through the day, all through his life. One of the instances that I would just throw light on what I could, all of us must have seen something. So, Pannu sir, and we had a coach over there. And Samir Sheikh, who is staying nearby the Pinnacle golf course. Samir Sheikh till date would be sending greetings to Pannu sir. That's the connect that he has with Pannu sir. And when Pannu sir saw the talent in him, he tried to get this sponsorship for him. So he's a person saw talent. Needs, if it needs help to move forward, have to go with he supported. Will you come to my in the slums? Pannu was there. He went to his that and that creates, which ultimately culminates in thank you for you made good farewell to this. Welcome to all the places that you've been to. Just like you are invited to Bangalore and thank you.
Very heartwarming speech. It shows whether the warmness of Pune has shown with a very fond memory. Now, Mr. RB, ITT Bar Association Vice President.
Thank you. Honorable President of the ITAT, Honorable Justice Shri G.S, respected honorable members, seniors. To bid a farewell, sir. It's both a moment of joy and poignant reminder. These teachers nothing short of his profound understanding of the text and his unwavering dedication have set a benchmark. Over the years, he adjudicated countless cases, each time with a keen sense of fairness and an unerring commitment. His acumen has significantly augmented his projects. The ITAT Bar Association, his notable contribution in his instrumental role in the establishment of the new for the ITAT bench at the High Court. This monument has provided us long facility at the High Court. Of his vision and dedication to the infrastructure. Additionally, sir, the privilege closely while planning the inauguration. Honorable Law Minister Shri G.S. We ignite details for the planning and mission. Barroom and library
He ensured education, is conducive community. We, the ITAT Bar Association Certificate, are ever indebted to yourself, to yourself. Beyond his professional achievements, his humility and his have he has always exemplified the virtues of empathy, besides great learning, the traits that are his personality. They are the path of calm. Knowledge makes one humble, humility begets worthiness. Kindly allow me to share a personal anecdote that beautifully illustrates his approach to resolving the issues. On the seemed to be quite complex. Shri G.S, with his characteristic calm demeanor, listened attentively to our submissions. Then he simply put a question, counter question to us. This insightful question from him clarified the matter, but also led us to realize the solution therein. It is simplifying the complexities. On behalf of ITAT Bar Association of Chhattisgarh, our office, Shri G.S. immediate past president, and Shri R.K. Chawda, the secretary of the all, and on behalf of all the members of the ITAT Bar, I extend heartfelt gratitude to you, sir. Your service has been exemplary and your impact profound. At the new chapter of your life, sir, we wish you good health and happiness. May you enjoy every moment of your retirement, surrounded by your loved ones. Your legacy of excellence will last long. Thank you for your contribution will never be forgotten.
Now request Mr. Rajesh Loya from Nagpur ITAT Bar Association.
मंच पर उपस्थित सम्मानीय अध्यक्ष उपस्थित सभी सभा में उपस्थित सभी आयकर अधिकारीगण, मेरे मित्र जो बार एसोसिएशन से आए हुए देवी और सचिव, आज मैं अपने आप को बड़ा गौरवान्वित महसूस कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि सम्मान जिनका होने जा रहा है ये हमसे सीखते हैं। इनका अनुभव, मैं नागपुर से हूँ, इनका अनुभव जब आप नागपुर में आए बेंच लेने के लिए तब हमें आया। उसके बाद जब मुंबई जोन के आप उपाध्यक्ष थे और ऑफिशियली प्रेसिडेंट जब बने, जिसके हमारा अनुभव है एक सरल स्वभाव, नम्रता के साथ रहना और सहयोग की आदत है। ये तीनों स्वभाव और भी अनेक स्वभाव की यहाँ चर्चा हुई है, वे हमारे मन मस्तिष्क में आज भी इंगित हैं। मित्रों, वर्चुअल बेंच नागपुर में हुई, हमें थोड़ी तकलीफ होती थी क्योंकि बड़े करके होते हैं या समय ज्यादा लगता है, तो थोड़ी तकलीफ होती थी। हम आपके पास अपने विषय को लेकर आते थे। अनुभव ये आया कि विषय कोई भी लेके जाए, हम वहां से विषय ही होकर निकलते थे। कोई विषय जो शुरू कर था, सभी विषयों में सकारात्मक विचार और साथ में कहीं ना कहीं मैं कहता हूँ कि तो कोई भी ये कार्य जो होते हैं वो सोचते कि कहीं उन्होंने कहा एक ओर तो चलना चाहिए, आप कहते हैं, और साथ ही साथ उसके लिए फिजिकली बात है। आपके जजमेंट हमारे प्रेसिडेंट, जो उल्लेखनीय बातें होंगे और भी कहेंगे, लेकिन विशेष करके समझ में आई कि आपके और हैं ये उसका दूसरा पार्ट होना चाहिए वो वहां से प्राप्त यदि किसी को प्रोफेसी करना हो तो उसके लिए आप मेरा अनुभव बस को तक सीमित रख आपने सुविधाओं की एक गंगा बहा दी जैसे भागीरथी प्रयास से ही गंगा अवैध वैसा ही अनुभव मैं वापस इस बात को नहीं दोहराऊंगा कि क्या क्या किया भागीरथी प्रयास था और विशेष बात मुझे मौका मिला है वो कम समय और अपने कार्यकाल पूरा करने की है ये कौन कर सकता है तो आप और उनके हस्तों से आपके परिवार के सदस्य यहाँ बैठे हैं लेकिन जिनकी प्रवृत्ति हो वो कभी निवृत्त नहीं हो सकती इसलिए आप निश्चिंत हो रहे होंगे ऐसा मुझे विश्वास है आपको अपने प्रयासों के लिए ईश्वर का आशीर्वाद तो प्राप्त होगा ही मैं ईश्वर देवानी
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मिस्टर आयुष भाई आपका स्पीच जो हिंदी में था वो सबको बहुत आ गया थैंक यू सो मच Now we request Mr. G.S. Prasad, who is the chairman of International Fiscal Association of India.
Thank you very much, sir. Hon'ble President, Hon'ble Shri Guruji, Presidents, Hon'ble members, to facilitate state on the eve of his retirement. And in fact, I know of people have him. Service was not there. Hyderabad twice. In Hyderabad. Had a campaign. I mean, Vice President Ramakant Pandit, very memorable. We are always technical contribution in other places in India and more. Twice two conferences in Hyderabad. One of them was conducted in incubation center that is called THUB, Telangana Government's Incubation Center for Startups, which venue was very much liked by him. And in fact, that day we had speakers coming from Bombay, Bangalore, and other places. So this taxation is amazing. And in fact, in his keynote address, he takes us through what are the impediments we have in solving this issue. That is that, in fact, it matches to what India is looking at today. And in fact, we're still waiting for our grievances to be addressed by the OECD G20. And in fact, apart from the domestic taxation, where he has delivered landmark judgments, a good number of judgments on the international tax field, and his perspective is very instructive, and it has laid the real principles of the international taxation, more so in the recent past from the relevance in the decisions of Cricket Australia, BNP Paribas, High Right Limited, and so many like that in the list. The Honorable President in his welcome address, he was citing judgments from the international tax field in the beginning. And the list is a long list which we can read out here. And without taking much time, and in fact, all the earlier speakers have explained in detail as to his virtues. I don't want to repeat them, but the very first meeting I had with him, of course, I met him in conferences in Delhi, but his visit to Hyderabad when I first met him, he was so affectionate and so friendly, and he was just looking at the bars, whatever are the issues we have, and we could interact with him in a very, very friendly manner. I really wish him and his family all the very best, and I really wish that his third innings should be really relaxed, rolled out, but at the same time, his rich knowledge and experience may be made available to the tax profession in the years to come. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Now, I request Mr. S.K. Tulsian, ITAT Bar Association.
Respected Honorable President, sir, sir, the Vice President from the respected members of the tribunal, the departmental representative, and the senior officers of the Revenue Department, my esteemed colleague from all over the country. The tone for today's full court reference were beautifully set by the Honorable President, bearing the lucid statement of fact. He gave a complete account of the personality of our great Shri G.S. Pannu. It's both an honor and a privilege to me today to celebrate the remarkable journey and of Shri G.S. Pannu, Honorable Vice President. The honor of the full reference accorded to this name is deeply. Today, as we come together, I am grateful to the President of ITAT for granting me opportunity to address the honor of Shri Pannu. The President of Income Tax Bar Association West Bengal, on behalf of all 550 members of my bar, that is commemorating its centenary year, I am thankful to the providing me this opportunity to speak and pay respect on this occasion on behalf of the 515 of the bar is celebrating centenary year. Together here today, we reflect on an area that is nothing short of exemplary, an area marked by dedication, innovation, and unwavering commitment to the justice. His professional journey, which has started immediately, quickly demonstrated the exceptional skill and unwavering dedication to his craft. Throughout his career, Shri Pannu was a leader and was a leader that strove to ensure that the ITAT remains a place where justice is not only pursued but achieved with fairness and within no time. His transition to ITAT in September 2000 was not merely a career move that marked a period of active involvement and progressive change for both the bar and the bench. A officiating president since September 2021, he has adapted, delegated, challenged all the pandemic by ensuring that ITAT justice effectively through the virtual platform is stewardship aligned with the digital India policy of our government and made massive technological advancement along. He approached throughout his tenure the importance of adopting, upholding the core principle of justice. Even to the culture of the by him on many aspects, especially exercise issue. Concepts it is capital gain, conscious companies, UK LLP provided benefits from a fee for CCTS transactions, interest on tax and duty capital gain. He also one of compassion and integrity. He has always believed in transformative power of justice and worked tirelessly to ensure that every individual, regardless of their circumstances, receive a fair hearing, making it accessible and equitable to all who come before the tribunal under his guidance. Justice is both delivered and never denied. If we honor his contribution today, we are reminded of the powerful word of Jeremy Bentham. Is in the uncertainty of the law. Pannu is how dedication and integrity post of justice. The efforts have been said that IT to set a benchmark for excellence. With any Pakiwala once expressed that given the either before the tribunal or the Supreme Court of India, this sentiment captures the enduring legacy to uphold a profound impact. His discipline, intellect, and dynamics have not only advanced the consumer identity but also inspired all who have had the privilege. I say my heartfelt justices all.
And I request Mr.
Shri G.S. would like to say. Officers of the ITAT Department, members of ITAT Bar Association, ladies and gentlemen. Today, he was retiring after a distinguished career. The brilliant speaker, and the impact. I will try not to repeat the sentiments, but rather reflections on your remarks. Although seem to serve in limited ways, your health is unrestricted. I acknowledge that you have this tribunal as your balancing cases. Students have not only balance, scholarly precision. Serum Institute of India capability of ensuring PA have been both testament to our thorough international action of Herbalife to be amended AIA by India USA has not only been a reputation as the tax experts. On landmark decisions, part of various precedent decisions, and have significantly surprising jurisprudence, such as an organization has been invaluable. Justice, fairness in your work. Your commitment is valued. Contributions to inspire future. You are acting at witness, infusing a lot of for bringing out both from the bar, the revenue bar association. You are contributing President to Chennai for seamless and this new and that your expertise to benefit society. Choose to offer other passions and you on behalf and on my behalf and in the capacity to wishes for this. We will deeply miss your presence and this. Thank you very much.
Mr. C.S. and the Vice Institute of Standard Development.
Good afternoon to all. Honorable my friends in the department, officers, family members of Hon'ble Pannu sir, ladies and gentlemen. I am truly honored to be asked the heartfelt tributes to Hon'ble Shri G.S. Pannu. His retirement may be first for you, but for me it is a second retirement. I had the honor of being with him in the council since 1998, and when he was the president of the Northern Regional Council in September 2008, when this not only as the vice president of the institute, but on the personal front with emotions. Pannu sir, as the person is involved, a person with impeccable, so humble, a person, and find him in we, जो वाला शख्स हमेशा झोंक के मिलते हैं. We use the council. Very fondly calling each other. First name, only Nanda. People call me Nanda. That he calls me in the very high. There's a great quality. To settle. Made us explain. I have probably also in the council. To all the temples were that all of us and family is a deep intent to keep your feet embedded in the soil below. आसमां पे किसी के ठिकाने आसमां पे किसी के नहीं होता। As Honorable Vice President that we have come, I've seen him get involved in each and every issue. So caring, and he's in distance if he needs any help. All time. Ladies and gentlemen, a great son, professional, a great human. Over the years, I have seen him. I started my journey with Honorable Mr. Pannu. And what a wonderful name he has given to justice. Sachai ki ji, sir. What a wonderful person he is. So emotionally charged when he comes in. To conclude, I would like to habit of saying public. A total sense of me, right? Mr. G.S. is on track to the tribunal. He goes back to his family, goes back to his friend, back to our profession. Our to send on his journey, he says, जवाब उनके सलाम आने लगे, मेरे नींद आने लगे। आप समय बधाई दिया हो। You will bless you. The years which you serving and enjoy a great. Thank you so much.
Saying these phrases, we are always falling like. Now, I request Ash from the Bombay message. I'll just read this message which he has sent. Your full reference. 45 years of practice in I had a fortune. I must confess, because of tax fraud is Hon'ble G.S. He association with him and work vice president also for more than 2.5 Pannu, of the orders and one of the high student past president to contain all the words. I must acknowledge great quality as a judge. Very patiently, both the sides of the council were ready to hear the case for the same. Shri Pannu is always audible across the country when he voted national tax. This was solution to the development to the great. And whenever the bar has made for the administrative justice, implemented immediately. Celebrated 75 years of celebration with his sincere efforts published from Pannu to publish the role model to the Hon'ble members of the ITAT will be joining hereafter. One of the finest members, which of my chamber have just raised the abridged version. Now I request one Vice President for again association.
Honorable Lady Department seniors and my Honorable Yes, Pannu. I'm Vice President of ITAT, 24 years. Yes, we just surrender our achievements. And the achievements will be several occasions personal level. See accounting. I the Ashoka. I think of the ITAT. Digitization of the sir. You are going to release the profession. On the bench, going to be of evidence. And eventful things in the profession. Before I close, I want to wisdom of Alexandria. The goal of this not the kind that you do not act growth ratio through both time and if someone has experience that can only be heard, learn from oneself, create does not merely it becomes I congratulate you long tenure in laying down widespread because all the stakeholders. I thank you for giving my appreciation for Hon'ble and
Justice President, otherwise, Honorable Member of the Tax Department, my senior family of, and I don't want to be, I'll keep myself brief and few words. Before coming to Mumbai, reputation who's going to be hearing us to give us opportunity and a person to be absolutely judgments. I don't have to prove it because so much has been quoted. And all welcome judgments. Some of the judgments and the orders, SSC, we knew they're not to be going. So he has been very. And what I asked him, this is on the line, how do you so much? How so patiently? You are married now. Get the note with you. How come you are divorced? And I met him at the posted in Mumbai. He visit Delhi. I asked him that, oh, you take care of the family so well. He said, on this year, actually out of my own accord, is that he thanks to my family that I have been able to do the profession of chartered accountancy to the tribunal has been so good, absolute peace of mind, and that is what has kept me. Of Pannu side, mainly close to his family, in attributing it to him. One, that when I come from Bombay, the land of when he came to Bombay, I said, wow. Remember, I like to talk about Vinod Khanna, and people commented that this is great and is effort. Because I had the opportunity, and while we were all riding on board, that some senior members they said that Pannu sir has not today. I said, I know, sir, where are you coming from? He said, what is it? I said, people said that commented that today it appears I should have dressed down a little less. And I totally agree with him that Pannu sir should have the sunshine more. But I would like to end with two statements. Is that handsome Pannu sir is true? Yes. And we all have testimony to the in his life where his stature improved. He important to more important. The last statement that I would attribute to him is that I have an example of a person who say that it is nice to be important, but it is more important to be nice. In all lives. So we wish you a rocking life ahead, sir, because that's the way you have lived your life. And now that you're going to give back to your family something, it will be nice for them to that they will be there and be patient with them also, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. Not only he navigates his thoughts with finesse, but also with great passion for representing Hon'ble chartered accountants.
dignitaries, other dignitaries of the dais, family members of Pannu sir. Friends, we have this feeling of losing one more good member, losing other member, and also good family point of view that Pannu sir will be able to spare some time with the family. Friends, all say you are starting third inning. I would say you are starting a fourth inning. Because college days also were equally illustrious for your MCA days. Starting fourth inning. Friends, I do not want to repeat what all previous speakers have said. But always I love to assist the great liar and sister of Pannu sir. To assist the bench. I realized after I finished what I was before starting work. I learned the biggest achievement of okay now. Even though amount of time that was a really I used to get satisfaction. We are good as a team. And I do it mentioning of decisions. But even if those when we read and read those where not say Pannu sir had remarkable details when he forums, various programs organized for the benefit of the younger people. And I remember how invited him for more than 12 programs, which he every year, whether it was Bombay, whether it was Pune, whether Delhi, everywhere he made it point to come and guide younger members. And that was really enriching for younger members and giving really the encouragement for them from the practice and how to do the practice. Hello, sir, we are looking forward to be on this side now and continue to guide the young professionals and also guide the other members who are also younger members, who are not young in age, younger in the travel, guide them as to how to take the benches together. I think that's what is the hour of the day. Because people like us who are there for 30, 40 years in the travel find it's a difference when we appear before the travel. We wish you and your family happy, healthy, and peaceful life. Without saying that we will continue to travel because available with us for guidance. Thank you very much.
Yes, we will carry those legacies, we try to buy this virtues.
Now I request Mr. Hinu Dabra from ITAT Specialist Association from Uttarakhand.
Honorable President ITAT, Shri G.S, Vice President G.S. Pannu, other on the dais, other members of the ITAT, my colleagues physically present as well as those who have joined virtually, family members. It is indeed great pleasure
standing before you all to be part of these August proceedings. That is for Pannu Sahib about his judicial pronouncements, about his judicial integrity, and various other qualities that he has. What I'm going to talk about is all that he has said, all his 24 years of career. The first one that comes to my mind today is that probably he is the only one who gave patent to the president who stayed with him today and also retiring in his presence. Since he gave the patent as the officiating president, and now he will be retiring in his presence. Besides that, so many milestones were added that one has come. Many of them being the inauguration setting up the new buildings, new offices that he has. Today I have heard about 2 buildings that he inaugurated where 2 law ministers were present. I'm going to talk about the third one. Mr. Ravishankar Prasad, the was present. IT. It is of transport in the operation of the and yes, I will there. Took the opportunity of and knowing about his hobbies, mention about his golf. I said, yes, we have a house here and we could. This is it. There is, and the choice was to go to school. Continue looking school. See, and then not only once. Number of this also, and then he personally the detailed girls are some Uttarakhand and he the school was and all that the funds that required were made available. And then had the very planted a time and also the over that you had promised. That the years may not be many, but you mentioned earlier, time it is that you, how his personality has transformed anyone. And that we have come and it is witness to that. Let's very all played some role in the way to mention while you happily right on all your accomplished look मुश्किल उठाएगा जहाँ समुद्र से भी ज्यादा वसी है क्या आपने बोलता
Because of the delay in waiting for long. So, my request, Mr. Pradeep. Okay.
fees of the celebrations. Yes, Honorable Vice President, ladies and joined with on that evening hosted by the Mr. As well. Today is taking I may have the liberty of a judge, member of the ITAT. Not to the Sales of Goods Act, not only the double tax agreements, not only cost, but ultimately find a judge of ITAT serious of a civil judge or an one seat of the ITAT or a judge, religion and justice to the litigant and active come back. And that is what this is for. It is very rare that any litigant his courtroom was packed from the beginning. Even when they came out and they had a satisfied look. Some discrepancy or separate non law, it would this would be delivered. He had a deep understanding of accounting. Already my friends have mentioned over the years. Yeah, but also I am told in Singapore and tax avoidance agreements. Great to do, especially post September, who sat on this bench. They not only kept but his thought process in their judgments, find their own understanding and this regard. It is affable to each and every petition or even a complaint, one and all. No member of the bar audience for him. And I, however busy he has been the day, heard matters, when you see his door to hear people out, and then he did address the grievances of people. The accessibility of a leader is very not only in the court, not in the court premises,
Give up a chance to attend the bar of the advisory of the members, of the members of the bar, and that showed his accessibility. For me, this is a rare occasion where an honorable former president of the ITAT. I pay my humble to the ITAT and past and present, and many of them are present. Mr. G.S. Pannu, faith of the public at large, justice on all the years, and that's a big onerous task, which is now. I wish my very best to phase of his life. It's going to be even. Then the Vinji, Dhivraj, and other sisters, father.
Request this in the President is CV. President Delhi members ITAT. Badwa, President ITAT Bar Association, other office bearers, associations, and former friends first of I think क्या करूं बहुत कुछ कहा I have to speak a lot on Mr. Pannu. Friends, assembled here to celebrate the remarkable career, a distinguished student, and a cherished member, Shri as he embarked, he has successfully with Hon'ble and flying colors. He has made the legal committee and the on all academic. He has as a trusted practice accountant in New wealth of experience fact in the field. After I see post as chair began his illustration in IT. He quickly propelled in him to serve as president of ITAT. The commission of his outstanding as of ITAT, a role he fulfilled. He is not a member, but rather there are concepts a few that to its revolution Shri G.S. Pannu. Yeah. Shri Pannu has delivered numerous that impacted and I want to
expertise in taxation is a cases. Beyond his Pannu is encompassed within both his strong unwavering justice, enduring impact on everyone had the privilege of always secret. Is rather but ensuring that justice was served impartially and equitably. One of the most enduring quality of Shri Pannu has been, most of us have said, and has been his ever-present smile. It's often said that a smile is a universal language of kindness. Pannu smiled and that was that case is in our favor.
Secret is out.
Remember to Shri do so with a heavy heart, knowing that his presence will be deeply missed on the bench. Incredibly fortunate to have such a distinguished member, and his departure leaves a void that will be. I also have to say two lines before all the speakers before me. They have spoken two lines and therefore I also. Yes. Pannus are for you. यादों के आंचल में छिपा के रखेंगे, में सदा साथ रहेंगे। न्याय के इस संगम से जब आप विदा लेंगे, न्याय के इस Honorable Sir, on behalf of Delhi Tax Association, tax practitioners, on behalf of all the ladies professionals, and of course on behalf, we thank you for your unwavering commitment and your mentorship. Your legacy will continue to inspire us in your future endeavor. Ready to argue the same brilliance we have come and you understand.
Senior advocate.
Of the tribunal. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my good friend. Sir, on the word of your his second word. I think my suggestion, you must go back the sense of professionals in tribunal. With a principled and a head. Finish it in us. Job that or a word not travel. Life has no space for to go before I sleep. Sir, you have been judging bad animals. You are bad in both cause. And you are 24 years in the tribunal. Yourself, you attached to the institution. Have been described by you on the bench as patient to a fault.
to let the other side finish my video. But it came out irrespective of it. I think some man the smile always made. If I prove to me an of crisis, responsibility will delegate. And you have been a friend full of compassion and good. So as you stand today, of your I can tell you as a all that you on the asset side. 20 years of oil and sweat in your life. I would say, but and I salute and I wish in your future endeavors a life and contentment. Thank you.
Before you read,
To the point.
The next one of
Listen.
advocate.
Pannu, I'm before he in January, but he did not mention other person, but the Chinese. Okay. Now, nobody wants and he has been performing so well. In fact, having been here before that, I nobody in the who was the deputy director under that was the vice president. I wish him all the best. Covered matter, sir, covered. ITAT Bar Association, Mr. Ajay Madhwa. Hope you will.
Somebody to tap on the back.
I think we'll keep somebody to tap on your back now.
Honorable President of the Tribunal, Honorable Vice President, the agencies, members, family, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable President, आपने बहुत difficult काम लिया था. You said after everybody has spoken, I must make a summary and say what everybody has spoken. So I take about 20-25 minutes for the summary. We can't help it. No, that's a good order. By every member. So that was one. Sir, before I also begin, sir, before that we had for Shri Pannu also to be holding very good. This session is an except for remembering so many things he sees and he. And the secret, sir, is that for the last 5 years he's been walking 33 kilometers every day. If he doesn't do his 12 kilometers before the court, some junior will go and take an assignment, but he will complete it. And even yesterday,
he was walking and completing his studies. So my suggestion is, sir, we have undertaken to so about 2025 the bar this side. If you can also undertake same every assure you, sir. To Shri G.S, all those with this great respect, because we embody the answers wisely and decides in mind. And balance temperament to uphold justice and think that each case is heard before rendering a decision. Your daily for you feel genuine. Your approach issue with the confidence, understanding the broader impact on both the individual. Your courage to do what is popular and your innovation of the law, combined equity sets you apart. Humility and respectfulness crucial in harmonizing the implementation with equity. In review, to recognize strict adherence to this statute always deliver justice with a human passion to those who lack resources. Day before yesterday's our association, your invaluable organization, decided being the first working as 750 gathered from all corners of Delhi, so numerous, they came in heartfelt service to this institution. Prominent members for passion. Their obligation of faculty, reflecting their deep as who stood close to by arguments is written notes. And the father enrolled to join this illustrious institution. This day has since individuals. Cherish the late nights in ways to garner support for all the rather than coercion. Yes. Your lead department striving to improve rich experience in both practice and administration. The overwhelming attendance will be foster. Is reaffirm that people do indeed work selflessly for the institution. The moment being married to this organization for years, you may an extraordinary family. Help from your wonderful Mrs. Pannu, Institute of Home Economics. Round of applause. Your son Devraj and communication from the another master. Self-employed and doing exceed. Your daughter-in-law
making strides in educational. Go to the BTEC in computer in Chicago, USA. Don't forget your sister. And MA in history from there. A master's in public policy in Bombay and currently secretary ministry of somehow. Everyone is a rebel. So brilliant. He's saying for the BSc, stood first in Punjab in Indian and audit accounts. Avinash Paul, Delhi government schools. Transform potential. I wish full life ahead, ignoring more than ever before. Is a fitting response. Name that good deeds of the best. Within your the admiration you receive undoubtedly you the very best in all the utmost respect. Thank you so much.
I request Mr. Vijay.
Excellent.
Respected Justice,
Sir, Hon'ble
Sir, Honorable Vice President, Honorable members of Shri G.S, Principal we ancestor of the National Physical Association, and ladies, on behalf of the to celebrate Shri marked education and maturity. He marked by a commitment to pursuit of faith. Is important and is Judicial rich ITAT less. Among others, the goal in acquiring a daily office to save up record time, exemplify efficiency and excellence. The activity of not only to work environment, vision and dedication. Be grateful for being allotted some our needs. We wish you a life knowing that he will. I would like to ancient Irish president, Lord Policer, he goes Navy Road, there is a wind, there is a sun, and hold you in the palm of his hand. Again, may God hold you. As a token of gratitude, appreciation on behalf of all the leaders present here, may Mr. Enterprise Study of Anderson, all related to Anderson.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Ashok Kumar Pannu.
My pranam to Justice Honorable Vice over here. Honorable Member other benches. Department of Legal Affairs. Officers of journalists and other persons who are civil here. Not the late whose family aided my pranam to everyone. Here to say of the professional journey is very Hon'ble. It is first supposed to be a new page. Words of my knowing the person is though I started the IRS in 1980 with a daily used to get to read the judgments. I was myself posted in India in 1980. My vision came when I got posted to Pune, the principal 17. Very interesting. He had already been in Mumbai. The officers and council in many times as competent and more importantly, heard him as a warm and affectionate. The fact would earned over the years. Vice President in 2017, while he was then later he joined charge of officiating the state years and my filter office. He joined Delhi. I also as DG Business Civility and I'm holding the post of since our services are intertwined and both work for the common goal of ensuring tax regime exemplary and also he has been behind the inception of the new office for the almost 3 years and just heard this that personal effort he has been putting that what was started by him proper completion all minorities though he knew he is a spirit of reading. In fact, providing strength, my case was faced with civility, ensure space officers of the DR. Taking this day for completion and inauguration of many new offices premises in ITAT of ITAT, including Bhubaneswar, Raipur, Varanasi, amongst others. The agency of litigation has gone down considerably, and he personally led the introduction of virtual and hybrid mode of courtroom proceedings. Wherever spoken of by the officers and legal counsels, the opinion about him has been unanimous. He gets the issue very quickly, but he still listens patiently and decides issues on merit, and that his good is always conducted very graciously. He has always displayed a fair and balanced approach that a judicial authority must bear with the commitment of ensuring effective implementation. all of us here, since we are associated with the profession, we know how challenging sometimes it can be, given the prediction and dilemmas, both intellectual and ethical, that confront all of us in our careers. Pannu Sahab earned his reputation of being a thorough professional through his academic excellence, industrious and right belief systems. I know from many of the younger members that he used his code in words what a just and fair courtroom should be. He is a perfect gentleman. And that is why I say there is reason to celebrate the closure of a dedicated, committed, and highly integrity professional journey. I know from Rupinder, his sister, and my colleague from the IRS, that his wife is a sons and daughter-in-laws are well. What I also know from her is that coming from a middle-class service family, her brother always displayed values and ethics that their parents grew them with, and that he has always been a person the whole family is proud of. For all of us working in the public service, these are the most important takeaways which allows us to bask in the glory of the second time. It is said often you think you are at the end of something, you are at the beginning of something else. Given your professional background and academic state of mind, I am certain that you shall use your vast experience on the field of taxation, large aspects of financial governance and general administration, and shall excel in whatever you take up. And since I have the benefit of some insider information, I am aware that you are very spiritually inclined and also love to see first show. So I wish, on my behalf and on behalf of the Income Tax Department, a very healthy and fulfilling next journey. Thank you all.
The Honorable Law Minister is joining, but he may join after some time.
Law Secretary.
Law Secretary. Sorry, Law Secretary. I request
Namaskar to all the esteemed guests, esteemed Honorable President of the ITAT, Shri G.S. Pannu ji, Vice President ITAT Delhi Zone, all the other Vice Presidents of ITAT, members, accountant and judicial of the ITAT, esteemed guests in the audience, including senior advocates, senior officers of the Indian Revenue Service. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed my privilege that today I have the occasion of saying a few words in for my very dear friend Shri G.S. Pannu ji. I have just the privilege of hearing all of you who have highlighted the various aspects of the personality of Shri G.S. Pannu, both from the judicial point of view as a member of the esteemed member of the ITAT bench, and of course his role and contribution prior thereto as a chartered accountant, and his contribution in the field of chartered accountancy before he became a member of the ITAT. I had the privilege of working with him for the past 7 years. And one aspect of which I am really very proud of, that this opportunity which I got to work with him, was his administrative acumen and his, point to even look for the finer things in detail, which normally a person who's as busy as him, holding the charge of vice president and so many other responsibilities on his shoulder, Delhi being a very important bench of the ITAT, the liaison and the close cooperation which he maintained with the nodal ministry, that is the Department of Legal Affairs and the Ministry of Law and Justice, on various issues, whether it was relating to the promotion of the staff of the registry, whether it was relating to the revision of the recruitment rules, or whether it was relating to the augmentation of the strength of the infrastructure and the strength of the ITAT benches. He has always been very forthcoming and in fact very proactively pursuing all those issues. In fact, the progress which has been made at the level of the department and for the betterment of the infrastructure of the ITAT, a lot of credit goes to Mr. Pannu, who had taken a very keen personal interest in all these issues. It is not only that it is of course, his administrative side which has been seen, it is his humane side which has been seen, because we have heard so many instances, and I am myself a witness to him helping so many persons who have been in some sort of need or requirement of some sort of medical help or any other help, which has been very forthcoming from his side by utilizing all his resources at his disposal. In fact, his demitting the office today as Vice President of the Delhi zone, I think would be a great, I mean, I will not say it a loss, but, you know, it will bring not beneficial in the interest of the ITT, as he has been forthcoming in taking so many initiatives forward. I am sure the successor would also have the same spirit, and the tasks which are already on the way forward will be taken further to their logical conclusion. I am personally, on my own behalf and on behalf of the Department of Legal Affairs and all officers of the department and the staff who have been very closely working, particularly the staff of Admin 3, which has been working very closely with the ITAT and with the Vice President Delhi zone. I wish Mr. Pannu a lot of post-retirement success. I don't know whether he will be able to lead a retired life for how long, but it is my wish that new chapter is beginning beginning in his life from tomorrow onwards, and that chapter should also be as successful, as satisfying, and as fruitful as it has been during the last so many years of his being a member of the ITAT. I wish him and all the family all the best. Thank you very much.
Being present here after despite your hectic schedule today, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now request the family members of Shri G.S. Pannu, his son, his daughter-in-law Parajita, they also wanted to express few words.
Before I begin, I think it's very happy man. Hon'ble being my studies and these students. Sincere, hardworking, punctual, loving, and jovial person. How I was. It's not just me, I think anybody who probably stay with today on the last day at work, after stupendous 24 years that I would like to congratulate you on your success, not just as a member, but also as a father, a son, husband, and obviously so many people outside as well. Growing up, watching you has always inspired me. Whichever few good working like this, I think it's because of all of my life experiences around you. And that's fair thing to say. You have given a stellar example that a job can be more than just something that you want to be. Just be targeted and go first. I mean, the job is done, the end, and purpose, and it can be an incredible being. Seeing you embrace every challenging situation that says, I have learned that change is not something to be feared, but to be accepted as a fact. The deserved trust and respect you have received from years and family is a testament of the dedication and commitment to personal life, which has taught me the importance of integrity. always being there for me, be it career advice or personal counsel. You showed me by example. A good father always provides time, attention, and love for his children, no matter how busy he may be. The medical self has never stopped you from enjoying the little things in life. For example, recently we figured out that there is a Punjabi comedy session now. So like every day during dinner, more than the match, you would be enjoying the funny things and the comedy. Yeah, that's quite or we've been watching football matches together because Kamal and I, we have a love of football and we would watch the matches and he would stay with us and whenever he knew the teams we were supporting and he would say, "Put that." That's even another spends quality time with our dog Robin as well. I think everybody should say something specific about how Papa is with them. Which is, I think, a brilliant way to be as a person and just shows the personality. There's a famous saying. I was trying to find something to talk about him. Then this is one thing that stuck by me when I was reading something about him. There's a famous saying that always leave something better than how you found it. I think everyone in this room will agree that he has had an outsized impact in pretty much every place he's been. I think he's been right in saying that maybe he's a richer for having had. And thank you for all the life lessons. Thank you for being you. And at the end, I would just like to thank up, all future endeavors. And I know you won't get anything that will retirement stop you from doing meaningful work and
Good afternoon, everyone. I second everything Vinod has just mentioned. From the beginning, I had admired the versus professional. I have always been amazed that how can someone who travels so often and even on weekends be so fresh and be looking forward to his official duties on a coming Monday. It was inspiring for me. Rather, you have been a true example of sheer competence and excellence to all of us. All the very best, and we look forward to your even better next innings. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. So the very emotional part to hear the family side of the wedding of Mr. Pannu. I think so he'll recalibrate his whole life to be spend time more with him. Now his son, Mr. Kamal, is joining from US. Can we get it correct? Yeah.
Honorable President Justice Brown, my father's colleague, vice presidents, colleague members, and everyone who's taken the time to mark something really special today. Good afternoon. I'm deeply honored to speak before you, especially on this occasion, celebrating the illustrious career of my father. There are so many professional landmarks that he has etched his name onto, and listening to so many speakers talk about those has really been wonderful because we don't really get an outlook into the everyday office life that he has been doing for the past 24 years. And throughout my life, I've seen him to be almost a paragon of integrity, diligence, and he has really shown us how far a work ethic can take you. But most importantly, I want to share this one personal observation with all of you. I'm sure many of you who have interacted with him daily might have seen the same thing. There's a certain pride and joy in my father's eyes when he is speaking about this particular topic. That is, whenever he has undertaken a task which helps improve the circumstances of the people around him. It might be something as simple as renovations at the office. But this is a task that benefits everyone who walks those halls, no matter who that person may be. It's exactly this kind of work that he commits his full focus on. As we all look back, I'm sure there are many such areas where his contribution has been invaluable, where he has gone out of his way to make people's lives just a little bit better, make people's work life a little bit better. And it's a testament to his work ethic and the generosity of his time. He brought the same quality to our home every day. He brought it to the office the next day, and I'm sure he will keep this with him forever. I'm sure many people, especially recent days today, who wish my father well, must have spoken to him about looking back. They must have conveyed that when he looks back, he can be completely proud of what he sees. But I think I know my father very, very well. He might look back today, but tomorrow he'll look forward. The reason being very simple. He has now new goals to set, new heights to scale, new achievements to accomplish. Papa, congratulations on your superannuation. I wish you a future filled with happiness, health, fulfillment, and most importantly, family.
Thank you so much, Papa. It was really very nice. And really touched our heart also. Now I request and Bhupender, Mr. Pannu, and also additional secretary in Ministry of Court.
Overwhelming to be not representing at least 42 members. Good afternoon to Honorable Justice Pannu, to Vice Presidents, members, all the members of the bar, who I also have had a chance to work with because of my own postings. So I am wearing a very complex hat here today. 57 and a half plus a few years, that's my age. And a hat that my mom used to joke that I am 5 years younger. Forever. Oh, actually he was sleeping behind me. And I said, you know, everybody will say such great things about him, which we are also supposed to say on how much of he is. I do have the role of a younger sister to bust a few of them. So, as a child growing up, it was always my endeavor or my wish and my hope that I'm going to grow older than him one fine day and I'm going to get back on him. Because despite all that has been said about how congenial, how he smiles, how cool he takes care of people's feelings, worst pillow fights, which used to be a little much more. I wouldn't like to go on detail on that, but you can all imagine. We've had the crying moments. For me, of course, I also used to go and, what should I say, rat on him, my parents. He was the elder, so he used to get into more trouble. And so I was quite mean. I accept that today. I used my status of being the younger sibling to his disadvantage sometimes. But all that happened in the past, and then as destiny so have, he cleared his chartered accountancy, and we were really proud of him. One, because my father had an assignment. We had to move away suddenly, he couldn't come with us. It was quite bilateral, and those were not days of so much connectivity where we had couple join in, we could be part of the proceedings. So when you move a country, there were the times of lightning bots. All of you are fairly old to understand what it meant to leave a child in class 11. For him to emotionally handle his being suddenly left, I think the core strength, I would say somewhere, was being built at that point in time. And the fact that he got his first position in BCom in Punjab University is again, I think, the early seeds of excellence, the early seeds of fighting with any difficult or adverse circumstances was being laid at that time. So we were beginning to feel proud of him. And like any growing up individual, everybody goes through their own trials and tribulations. I'm sure he was also going through all of them. But through all that came the opportunity of joining the ITAT. And that was also a momentous decision. Yes, he had, in fact, labored hard for about 14, 15 years by then to set up his own practice, had lots of friends. It was not an easy decision for him to join the ITAT, but it was taken after a lot of consideration. A few years back, I had joined the IRS in 1990, and it was when I got the IRS and came to the field and was practicing in Delhi. That was another moment of victory. I said, "Acha, this सामने बैठेगा ना, I am going to get it." Of course, that's not a right away because we would never, of course, have that situation. But my victory was so filled with this. Today, as I said, for me to actually speak about someone who I have opened my eyes to, who's been part of my every minute of my life's journey, and in some ways I would say, they say yes, genes make you yes, Papa only 25% and at least 25 for him. That is 25 for me to grow myself into whatever that I could. So our professions became intertwined, our lives also became very, very intertwined for that. And because of being kind of sort of twin organizations, the IRS and the ITAT being the second appellate authority for us, I had the privilege did my ITAT. So I used to go and sit tribal system. So yes, I had my indulgences because of that. But at the same time, for all that God said today, I think I can stand testimony to it in many ways because, of course, I am bound to be a bit biased. He is my brother. But many a time it will happen that because my surname changed, so a lot of people would not know necessarily that other people never went around doubting it. So they would talk about him in very high regard without sometimes knowing. So I would let them say, and then I say, oh, I'm talking about their so it's been a great experience for me, I would say, as a sister who happened to have a peephole view into his professional life also, apart from the personal, on which the children have said so beautifully that I also got a chance to see that aspect of how he wore those multiple hats differently, because our father was connected with singing, bringing up the boys, and for all of you who have boys, I have a daughter. They're just that much harder. And she was also a full-time working person. So how they both wore those multiple hats, how the children have come up with their guidance systems is a reflection of dedication of both of them in bringing up from a distance. So all in all, I think I got a lot to learn from both of them. And the children today are there for everyone to see, and we are very proud of our children because they are carrying forward the values that we inherited from our parents, and equally the children are living up to all those hopes that we all have for our children. In Bombay, when I was there, he got posted to Mumbai, and again, a very interesting incident happened there also. They said my father was suffering from an annual request to Delhi because it was It's certainly not easy to manage across the country. I am traveling. Mother, she would normally just give a missed call and not call the second time. I got get a panic call second time, so something used to happen. Then that has been transferred. I could not get to Mumbai. It is wrong with please speak to him. He was also very. I called him and said, what happened? Maybe I'm going to manage. So that way, and I said, I'm by myself. I don't. I said, come on, you just leave. But to his credit, he continued to remain, we continued to do university and to their mom. And these years that he was that we all go through in our life. So it's sad. So much to be us, and we want to thank our grandmother as word, and I don't know which, but I called it because walking is a milestone. When you get your first time, it's a milestone. Milestone. And as and Ikigai, and you have the wealth you have, your own on. You don't suddenly start. You have all the knowledge, wisdom, have the final understanding of you has been doing. And I'm sure that he should. If you could know the this across the country.
Justice C.D. My colleagues, other public members, this have been said by not repeat them. On my own behalf, as well as on the by saying being a friend, you are on the same. While I was in Delhi, I also or up to him, very considered, not only but also personal. Now this, I being a frank outsider, while I regularly also. All was critically ill. His passing immediately thereafter. We were in a dire stenting or a bypass. Now, Mr. Pannu, of his own accord, consulted Dr. Trehan, a personal friend of his, and he firmly told us that we were to go in for a bypass. And allow me to say so, but for him, today I might not have been here before you all. Now, when I was recuperating after my surgery, during my surgery, after my surgery, he on a daily basis was consulting, was in talking with my family, asking after me, morning and evening, to my family. While I was, after my recuperation and during the time also, the bills were to be paid and we never faced any problem whatsoever. My bills were regularly cleared without us. Now that is what we know all that he is. Brother Pannu does not know one thing. And I say it in my own words as my respect to you, Brother Pannu. बिछड़ना ही नहीं आता तेरा खुदा हाफिज, बिछड़ना ही नहीं आता तेरा खुदा हाफिज, कि तू यूं चल तो दिया यादें यहीं पे छोड़ चला. Farewell, brother.
Now this is the time which we have been waiting for the response and effect for its dedicated service to travelers. We all are aware that his communicative prowess has been always been the highest excellence. And the eloquence in narrating which articulates his thought has always been set a very high standard. Thank you so much. And now we really wish to hear your response.
This meeting. And at times I feel that, especially these mission officers who man the benches, that they've always spoken so much all their life, through their judgments, through their actions, that this duty should not be. But credentials that we stand for in the institution. That's our hallmark. We try to take what they are aspect. Honorable President, Justice G.S. Sahab, my colleague Vice Presidents and esteemed fellow colleagues, Planet Union Law Secretary Dr. Rajiv Maniji, officers in the department led by Principal Judicial of Delhi, Judicial Staff of the Judiciary, another professional across the country, distinguished family led by my mother, friends, ladies and gentlemen. I address all of you today from the diet court. Perhaps for one last almost 24 years, my mind has swelled with emotion. On the side, a panorama of, and on the other side is as and of course nostalgia with the profound punishment. Our three roles as a member, as president of the tribal and university is significant by its own. As from a role that has been deeply challenging. At the very outset, I would candid admission. When I first joined the tribe, I did not I could not have also in that every day brought before me what learn and up the cause of justice. Because the nuance circumstances of taxpayers taught me the true meaning of dedication to duty and the importance of patience and fairness in conduct on and off the bench. Each day's experience in the courtroom has contributed in molding my day-to-day life also. At the start of this journey, the motto of the tribunal was which later became Nishpaksh, Sulabh Satvar Nyay, meant a mere set of lines to be read. But as the journey progressed, the true impact started dawning in the subconscious mind that the duty of dispensing justice while resolving disputes between the taxpayer and the revenue is a divine duty which expects, while upholding the rule of law, but with a fair measure of empathy, indulgence, and consideration for litigants. And this, my dear friends, is an impact which is ever saturating and does not have a static point. Reflecting on my tenure, the first 3 years were at Bangalore benches, which is the period during which I had joined from the profession. And during this period, I got sensitized to the onerous responsibility of sitting on the benches and resolving disputes, and also gave me a fair idea of the step-back approach and a self-composed approach, which is so well required by a judicial officer. The next 2.5 years were at Delhi benches, which enabled me to experience the complexities involved and the inadequacies in our administration system. Thereafter at Delhi and thereafter at Chandigarh benches, I was most fortunate to have the guidance, support, and blessings of one of the legendary presidents that the time was ever produced, late Shri G.S. It was during this period that I realized and I kept on learning the importance of our motto, Sulabh and Satvar Nyay. Those of my colleagues who served in the tribunal during that period will bear testimony how the entire institution stood motivated under the leadership of the then late Shri G.S. to perform, and perform with it, in the sense that the pendency levels were brought down to a record level of 45,000. Thereafter, in my tenure of almost 9 years in Pune and Mumbai, my involvement in the policy formulation and governance of the institution, Justice President, Shri G.S. and thereafter, when Mr. Justice some was in head office, Vice President Delhi, which involved the much-attended role in the overall judicial and administrative side. Every station where there is a seat of our administrative Ministry of Law. And to some extent mitigate and made with the sector of infrastructure in dependency and staff issues, etc. Thereafter, on the superannuation period of almost 2 years, the government of India assigned me the role of officiating capacity. This period, I must say, was not only glamorous, but I appreciated it. And one learning which I mean my approach all required to understand the institution first, personal, or any other sector, both off and on the bench. Friends, as we all know, this institution has a glorious past and a checkered history since. What has been our main society? In fact, the tribunal has been the same proposition. It has been performing in the same manner for the last hours as the question. What has been the mainstay? that this institution, this work has remained relevant for the society in the same manner. In fact, it is the answer to many of the but many, and much more than that. The essence and the flavor of the convention have been handed over to the members. In fact, the convention of having full court references, where we get to hear and see judgment of our convention, which enables the that one earns during this last day of the service. This also is a convention which is the way the bedrock is here. Even more important, relevant appointments, it's all the more important that we steadfastly continue with the convention and relations. Of course, this is not the way from effect on what all those conventions are, but in some substance, when that the concept is unlocked in the motto of Nishpaksh, Sulabh and Satvar Nyay. Speaking for the administration, I've had the occasion to clarity and guidance in an area that can often feel daunting to the average citizen. Each decision rendered by the national government by underpinned by a commitment to uphold the principle of transparency. Or to implement it in a manner the intent of the legislature and respect the rights of the taxpayers at large. I would also like to share the contribution these occasions. Your passion for your cases and your respect for the legal process have impressed on me the significance of the work we do. It is for you that the institution works to ensure that the scales of justice remain balanced. I don't plan to say much, and I have never ever spoken during this speech. Perhaps my wisdom got more over me today than a written speech, but I would now henceforth would like to speak. There is one message which I at the bench here in Delhi, that's where I was served. To ITAT. Workers that we had in the tribe, all across the bench. The district, the other stakeholders, the department representatives who work here and the other stations, and even the bar members, all people who are otherwise only one message. I will always cherish the sight that I have got in the career. You will always miss time. And as I look to the future, this is an approach. In fact, I had no barrier with as I started saying in the beginning that listening to both sides, learning, and then the afternoon, then the learning stage starts. I wish to place on the record my deep gratitude for everyone present here, which is led by the Sam. I'm going to say that today is a lot of us in the sense that before the the other first is, and it is more human, is that he was president by holding a vice president conference and I was also at the same time thank all the vice presidents who have been who have supported me thoroughly and all my members and always been with me through the now I will come to silent support of my family. My mother had been there since the whole influence of the crisis. Life was over at times. I wrote in time after playing in the children. And my two sons, I said, but later is that in fact, she's more that's what my dear family. As I close, a couple of you will answer. Say that in Punjabi. On my money could ask. It's try to it's me. It's not. I know nothing. Then anyway. Coach.
Carry your legacy here. Great men make this greatness of the institution. A person like Mr. Pannu has made this institution great, and we are known by that institution, that this institution was chaired by an office by a person like Mr. Pannu. So at the end, now I request Mr. Ashwar Yadav, Hon'ble Vice President, to propose a motion.
Honorable President, Justice C.V. Balanshaw, Vice President Shri G.S. Pannu, and all Vice President from various zones, my dear chiefs and Chief Commissioner Shri Ashok, from the Department of Representation, various representative association across country, President ITAT from Delhi, yes, please, gentlemen. All have gathered to honor Shri Pannu, profound sense of gratitude, wisdom, and dedication to this institution. I for his commitment to the cause of justice and in establishing ITAT. The prayer song by various people, Pannu, itself speaks as an Chief Commissioner for thing is valuable. I also thank Honorable Law Secretary find this valuable. I thank IFA across the country, Chandigarh, Mumbai, Pune, Delhi, who have about the contribution by esteemed institution. Thank the family member, his son, daughter-in-laws, wife, and all other who had of us, but also the entire family has now. Pannu will be able to dedicate and spend his time. He has devoted most of his time to this institute.
Exactly.